Oh, hi, Paul. There's the
Particles.
Can I tell you something, Tony?
Don't pretend like I got a choice. Particles. Here we go.
So here we are, y'all, and great to be back with you. Really had a fun show last night on the night flight. Hope most of you were with us. For those of you who weren't, that's a good thing about the show. You can always consume it anytime you like. Have a midnight snack, you know what I mean? Pull up the night flight at your leisure, because we did have a good time. In fact, for the first time ever, we had kind of like I guess what I can only call, Tony, a cliffhanger, where we had to end the show last night and we didn't finish Tony's top three. So we're going to finish that up today. We'll close the books on Tony's top three. And I want to start the show, Tony, today with a question. Actually, I have two questions. I have two. There were two. So that's for you, Rags. There were two. Okay. First question is, Tony, am I blurry? Am I clear? Help a brother out. Because before you answer, let me tell you. On my end, things couldn't look better. Now, I'm not saying we look good, but I'm saying like the quality of the broadcast on my end is crystal clear. Tony, high definition, if you will, HD. But you told me during the pre-show meeting that you get Paulie Mack, you're looking blurry again. I don't know what's going on. How are the visuals? Because I can dump out and come back if needed.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's better. Let's it's better. Let's
shout out Pearl Jam, Better Man. You know what I mean? Any other? I think Guns N' Roses has a song called Better as well. So I'll throw that one on the pile as well. As long as
nobody does it better, Paulie. Let's just
you bet, Tony. Your dog keeps licking my nose, okay, and chewing up all those letters that say "you better." Yeah,
totally. Yeah. But I love seeing on the chat, Robot Centaur, what's up, dude? He says honking talk with like 5 exclamation points, because that was number 3 of Tony's top 3 last night that we did not get to. So.
Boy, and Rags had a very passionate take about honking his horn in the pre-show comments as well. But here's my follow-up number 2 question, and it's for all of y'all in the PMP familia, the PMP army, the PMP community, who we do love so much. My question is this. Why did you guys all have to change your handles today? Because I see everybody has a new handle. I can see who's who, more or less. But I see that you guys have all tweaked your handle and your ID name.
Probably not them, Paulie. It's probably not them. It's probably something on the back end with YouTube and StreamYard, I would be guessing.
Did you see how it's, and then here comes Escobar, who's got a new handle today. He goes, it's not us. Rags, they changed them on us. So it's on YouTube here from John Joseph, who now is known as Versago, is that your new name? I'll get used to this, but anyway, it's great to see everybody today, Tony. I just got thrown for a loop when I saw these new names.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the tech world, man. It's constantly changing and evolving, and there are bugs and there are iterations. There are different software upgrades. I'm due for a software upgrade on this laptop right now, and I keep just saying no, because every time I do an upgrade, something bad happens. Every time.
Like what? Like, give me an example. You mean on your phone, or like
on my laptop? Because there's new things. They're adding new things, new bells and whistles. I'm like, you know what, dude? I just anyways. This is probably something in the back end where they're doing upgrades in the YouTube back end. I don't know, man. Can we just do a show and not worry about this stuff and just have fun? That's all. That's what
it's like Ozzy Osbourne tried to tell us many, many, many years ago in the early 70s when he said, I'm going through changes. Dude, the tech world is constantly going through changes, to Tony's point. And a lot of times these so-called upgrades come at a price, like literally, now you got to pay me more money for the service. Yeah, we've upgraded, and I've upgraded your account as well. You owe me $17 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Take me back to reel editing, dude, where I learned on 2 reels and a piece of tape, and I had a razor blade. Dude, my first night, I'll never forget my first night ever as an intern at KMBR. John Schrader sat me down at the reel-to-reel machine.
By the way, can we give John Schrader some love before you carry on? Because John Schrader back then, dude, in the John Schrader era, they used to actually have like sports reporters. Like John Schrader was an update guy, but he would go down and cover the Niners. He would cover the Giants. I think about John Schrader. I think about Pat Olson, who I know now is the
rat, dude. Kevin the freaking rat, dude. Come on.
Kevin the effing rat. By the way, I flew this one up the flagpole once years ago, and I just got nothing. I got silence and like looks of hatred. We were sitting in a meeting one time, a long time ago, like back when Rick Ganji was the creative director, and they wanted to do some production piece for Kevin the Rat. And I go like this, and Bob Agnew was in the room. I go, well, and I still stand by this idea, but I got nothing for this, Tony. I was like, well, there's a Nirvana song called Return of the Rat. Why don't we use that as like his open music? And everybody just stopped and looked at me.
Yeah, see, that's before you and I like had, you know, the glory that we experienced together.
I was like, well, you guys don't like Return of the Rat by Nirvana? It's like on their box set. It's like a B-side. No one's ever heard the song. But I'm like, no, he says Return of the Rat like over and over. And nobody wanted to hear it from a young Paulie Mack. I can promise you that. Yeah,
I was a Kevin the Rat fan, actually.
Me too. All those guys, dude. Pat Olson was great. Schrader, all those dudes were great.
I'm still in touch with Pat Olson because he does the USF basketball games, and I'm still in touch because I used to do all the USF production. So, yeah, Pat and I.
And I don't want to leave out Bruce
McGowan.
Bruce freaking McGowan, brother. There's a 4-pack of all-time greats that I sadly don't know where McGowan is today, and I'm not sure I know where Schrader is. But like you said, Pat Olson is still working. He's calling the USF games, and I think Kevin the Rat might be on another station. I think.
Kevin the Rat has bounced around. He stayed in the Bay Area, and his wife Kim Wonderly. Remember,
there's
Kim
another
Wonderly?
One. Freaking Kim Wonderly is another one.
Yeah, I think they're still married. He's worked at all different at KCBS. I think he's been at KCBS for a while. And also, can we should get this guy on the freaking show, Ray freaking Woodson, dude. Catch up with mighty Ray Woodson to see what he's doing, dude. Like,
I made Ray Woodson. Every time I think of Ray Woodson, I got to tell the story because he was so stoic and so stone faced, and I made him laugh and lose his S one day on the air when I don't know what made me do this, but he was filling in. He was doing sports updates on the Murph and Mac show, and he was in his studio, and I don't know what led me to this, Tony, but I was quoting Robert Plant from the Song Remains the Same, the live version of Stairway to Heaven, when Robert Plant famously says, he goes, you know, and the forest will echo with laughter. And then Robert Plant says, does anybody remember laughter? And so I said that one day on the air in a Robert Plant voice. I go, does anybody remember laughter? And I hit a Keith Richards laugh. And dude, the headphones went flying off of Ray Woodson. It was one of my proudest moments of all time that I made Ray Woodson laugh that hard. And it was like the only time I ever saw him lose his S was that Robert Plant joke. But I was a fan, dude. Those guys were all great. Woodson was a total pro. I'll even throw more recent guys. How about this dude? How about this name? Another great sports update guy was my buddy Vegas Joe Hughes. I thought Vegas Joe Hughes was great on the mic. And sadly, after like Kate Scott and Vegas Joe Hughes, they eliminated another great move here, by the way. I don't know what's behind this. They eliminated the sports updates. They didn't have them anymore because why would you want to get an update? Yeah, you don't need that. So they got rid of all those people, but every single name we named were total pros and very good at what they did.
Well, and somebody else we should get on the show is a gentleman that I love deeply is Matt freaking Kolsky. Where's Kolsky? Kolsky, I think he's in Chicago. He moved back to Chicago. But you want to talk about a spicy individual with hot takes, man. And he did when he believed in something, he stood by it. And I'm like, you're not. And I was like, Matt,
dude, with the hair flying, the sandals. I got to tell you, Kolsky, every time I see Steven at Longbridge Pizza, I get Kolsky vibes. Do you see it, Tony? The Steven Kolsky comparison, Longbridge.
Wait, oh, Steven. Yeah, I also get the Kolsky vibes out of Pajemski. Every time I see Pajemski, I'm like, there's Kolsky.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit of Pajemski, Kolsky vibes. Yeah, Matt Kolsky was a true, like, S disturber. Like, he was all about standing up to management and starting fights on the air. And, like, he was a head. I always got a kick out of that kid, though. A lot of people didn't like Kolsky, but I was always in his corner. I'm like, this guy's, you got to back this kid. You know?
If upper management doesn't like you, there's a lot of times you might be doing something right.
I would
That's
say
all
if
I'm gonna
upper management actually does like you, then you've really effed up. Then you're not doing it right at all. I mean, it's all about getting yelled at by management. That's my
Yeah.
specialty.
Well,
you
you're
know?
taking the wrong path if upper management really likes you. You're just
Yeah.
taking the wrong path. But
Yeah,
Paulie, back to my original point of seeing the YouTube back end messing with everybody's
Yeah.
names today.
yeah.
Just take me back to when John Schrader taught me how to produce a reel to reel. He handed me a razor blade, he handed me tape, and he handed me 2 reels and put them on the reel to reel machine. I feel like every person that's interested in audio production, because everything's digital now, but everybody who's interested in audio production should have to learn how to splice a reel, and then they'll appreciate, because it's so easy to make digital edits now, where we're making an edit, analog edit, where you're literally cutting out the piece of tape of the sound that you want to get out, and then you're putting them back together with tape. It's a hard thing to do, and it took a long time to do a bunch of edits. So anyways,
I want to tell you, Tony, I want to jump in on that, because I want to say I always really seriously admired that skill. And
Yeah.
and I never learned how to do it. I used to watch you guys in awe. Like, I never learned how to cut tape, and I used to watch these guys do it. And I mean, I was always pretty damn impressed, man. It's a total exact science where, like Tony just said, the cut has to be perfect, the edit, the splice, the tape, it all has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I was always very intimidated by that. I'm like, I don't want to mess this up, dude. I guarantee I'll screw that up if I start trying to cut tape. But Tony was really good at it. Tony's the best producer in the building by far, and he always was. But but I'm just saying, to your point, dude, a skill that is sadly gone forever unless you're still recording with tape, which some bands do, because analog will actually give you a better sound than digital. So some bands do record on tape. But again, back to that original point, I never learned how to do it, and I was always in awe of you guys that could, for real.
Well, I'll never forget too is you be rolling a huge reel on like a broadcast, and to flag something that you wanted to edit, you literally had to tear a piece of paper and insert it into the reel of where that sound just happened as it's recording. So
well, didn't you guys used to mark it too, like with a white pen, like that chalk pen or whatever? You guys used to mark the tape too. I remember everybody would like cutting it up and marking it. Yeah, totally.
I mean, I feel like, and dude, I just saw Centaur, you're on fire today already. We're 12 minutes into the program, and you've already come correct a couple times. He says, yes, everybody should learn the analog editing, and everybody should learn how to drive a stick shift. A manual.
That I can do. I'll drive you a stick shift. That I got you covered on. If you need to ride with a stick, I can cover that.
Yeah, dude. I actually enjoy driving a stick shift.
I drove a stick shift in college, bro. I used to drive from New Jersey to Boston in blizzards driving a freaking stick shift. I mean, I was out of my mind. Anyway, I see that wait, where did he go? Oh, John Joseph, here he is. I used to cut 2-inch, 1-inch, and 1/4-inch tape all day. I want to hear more about that. Yeah, I hope
John Joseph knows. He knows. Come on, man. And dude, by the way, shout out to my Volkswagen Scirocco, where I used to drive with a stick shift, dude. A Scirocco.
Remember the Scirocco? I remember it was like a sportier version of a Rabbit. Remember the Volkswagen Rabbit? Yeah, a little box with 4 wheels. And I remember the Scirocco. It was like their sporty alternative, dude, driving a Scirocco.
Dude,
great name, too. Hey, Tony, grab your Scirocco and pick me up. Yeah.
Centaur, he says, one up us. He wants to one up us and say, learn to drive a stick shift in San Francisco. Dude, that's exactly where I learned how to drive stick.
That's no walk in the park right there. These hills in San Francisco, if you're in a stick and you're like aiming up the hill at a stop sign, oh, bro, the rolling foot on, you're like, it's a dance you're doing, dude.
Burning the clutch, just burning the clutch. Man.
Riding the clutch, dude, the emergency brake. Dude, you got to use the emergency brake when you're on those, because you start rolling into fools.
Well, my driving instructor took me up to Nob Hill, and he's like, we're just gonna go that we're
what
going.
Is he, like a sadomasochist? Why would he do that to you, like a young kid? Yeah, take it up. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna drive you up Fillmore today. Drive up to Fillmore Hill and execute a parallel parking. Go ahead. Like, wait, what? Yeah.
Also, raise your hand if you ever jump started a stick shift car. Did you ever jump start a stick shift car in second gear? You put it in second gear, push it down the road, and you pop the clutch. You ever pop the clutch? Come on, tell me you popped the clutch.
Oh, dude, I've been popping the clutch for years. Now you're making me miss it, actually. You're making me miss my stick shift. It's been so long. How many cars even offer that anymore? Is that even like an option? Honestly, I haven't seen a stick shift in so freaking long.
Dude, that's a great question. I have no idea. Considering that Waymos don't have drivers, I doubt they're manual transmissions,
Great call, brother. It's a great call. We don't need drivers. Yeah.
Well, man, dude, yes, footwork, exactly. Waymos are all over the peninsula now. They're
Well,
all over here. Are they popping up in Marin?
You know what, Tony? Yes, they are, but not like in the city. I mean, in the city, it's gotten to the point of the absurd. Like you'll go to a stoplight and there will be 2 or 3 Waymos just lined up at a red light, just sitting there. It's like, what's the point of this? Like, what do we, I don't know what we're trying to achieve here with these robot cars. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I love the idea of taking away jobs. That's what I love. Let's just
let's eliminate the humans. The sooner the better that we extinct, we make the human species extinct. Then we can just have robots rule the landscape. It's going to be great. I look forward to it. Yeah.
What is it called when they wanted to bring Tupac back? The holograms, right? So let's just do hologram festivals. Why go see a band anymore? Just do a hologram band on stage. They can play anytime, and they can play in multiple cities at the same time if you just do a hologram band.
You're forgetting now, Tony. The way pop music is structured today, you don't even need musicians. You just press a tape and then you let the singer move their mouths like they're singing. And people couldn't be happier. People couldn't be more happy to pay like $4,000 a ticket to watch somebody lip sync. I don't know what's going on anymore, brother. I don't know.
Paulie, that's what's crazy about this AI music that's coming out now, that we've played some on our show, like that Funktalica, the Black Album as like a 70s soul review and funk review. It's like, oh boy, this is dude, hold on a second. I just saw Stinking Bad. Just hang on a second. Patty from Napa's a super. And by the way, Paulie, just because we're having fun today, wow, did not expect to talk stick shifts, manual editing of audio, and
Waymo problems. I know we're getting into. I know we haven't even gotten into your top 3 yet. We haven't talked about. We got a lot to get to. I know we got a lot to cover. Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
So Patty from Napa is a super checking in. She says, "This is me. Who are you?" 2 hours from Napa. So I should be on the road driving back from Lake Havasu. 2 hours from Napa must have been 2 hours from Napa. It's only noon.
I like that Patty's dropping. I know it's a typo, but I like Patty dropping a thus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thus. Hey, Patty, on behalf of Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene, she wanted me to remind everybody today that it's Joe Walsh's birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Joe Walsh. I'll tell you one thing right now. Even the people, these so-called people who hate the Eagles, you got to back Joe Walsh. I mean, if you don't like Joe Walsh, we're going to have to turn our backs on you. I stand with Joe Walsh. Always have, always will. Tony, go ahead.
Dude, there are people that don't like the Eagles, like actually hate them or dislike them. What are we doing?
I really think this was all affected by the Big Lebowski, which is a hilarious scene, dude. When the dude gets in the cab and the black dude's driving and he's playing like Peaceful Easy Feeling. And like the dude is in the back, he's like, "Come on, man." He's like, "I hate the effing Eagles, man." And the dude just floors the car, pulls over, and throws him on the side of the road and takes off. So I think it became kind of chic or cool to disparage the Eagles. And I think that trend kind of took hold. But even when that was going on, you never heard anybody badmouth Joe Walsh. And if they do, those people are suspect. I'm telling you.
Happy birthday, Joe. Happy birthday, Joe. And I'd like to say thank you for all of your work in the James Gang. And dude, just yesterday, I'm doing dishes in the kitchen. I've got my Apple Music on shuffle, and on comes White Man, Black Man by the James Gang. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know. You know that song, right, Pete?
I do.
It's a great song. And the message is wonderful. It's beautiful. And then the jam at the end is just delicious. So check it out. White Man, Black Man, James Gang. But that's my favorite era of Joe Walsh for me is James Gang.
Hey, while everyone's always arguing about the Super Bowl halftime show, and by the way, it's always such a huge disappointment. I don't know why people make such a big deal out of it. It's very, very rare when you watch a Super Bowl show and you're like, "Oh, that was awesome." I mean, usually people just pick it apart and tell you how much it sucked. But it's kind of curious that the Eagles never played the Super Bowl because they are like tailor-made. They have so many hits. Everybody knows the Eagles songs. Like that would be a perfect select. Another band like that, you know who I thought we should have played the Super Bowl was the Police. I thought the Police would have been perfect. They got so many hits. Everybody likes the Police. But instead, neither of them, I don't think, has ever played. I think Sting has popped up as like a special guest, but the proper Police trio has never played. And I don't think the Eagles have either. Sting
could lead like a halftime yoga session too before
or a tantric. How about a tantric sexathon? What? You know what I mean? Me and Trudy are going to practice a downward dog style, if you will. You know what I mean? Because he's all big on the 24-hour lovemaking sessions. Tony, I got to tell you, 24 hours might be a little too much for everybody involved. I mean, let's take a break. You know what I mean? Let's clean up a little. Let's shower up. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
We're fudging those numbers a little bit. Not you. Is Sting? Are we exaggerating
You
a
know,
little
see,
bit?
the thing with him is I don't think he is.
I think so.
I don't think he is. He's a lovemaking. Listen to me. He's a lovemaking, bass playing.
24 hours. Come on. What are we doing?
I think he exceeded that. I think he said sometimes it goes on for like 40 hours. Sting. 2 days in a clip. Yeah, making love to Trudy. That's his wife, Trudy. Yeah.
Jeez Louise, man. I don't. My life is very boring compared to Sting.
Scarlet Fire with the post of the day. She goes, as far as Sting's like epic 3-day lovemaking session, Scarlet Fire, I don't have that kind of time. I don't either. Who does? You know what I mean? I can't come into work today. I'm too busy lovemaking. That's right. Thank you. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, imagine using that one as an excuse. Sorry, I can't make it for the meeting today. I'm in the middle of a tantric lovemaking session. I'll be in on Thursday. Thanks.
Yes. Yeah. By the way, I want to get to Stinking Badges. He's a super as well. He says, I'm a popper. And shout out John Popper when we were talking about popping the clutch. And yes, shout out John Popper. And Greg, aka Stinking Badges, let us know how it went with Steve Young and that quarterback event that you did the sound for at Stanford. I hope it went well. Paulie and I were just talking to Andrew Luck in our 30 on Thursday segment that we recorded this morning for Cron 4. So Andrew Luck, the big game this weekend, Cal Stanford, Cal 6-4, Stanford 3-7. But Andrew Luck is very, very hell-bent on turning that program around. So I wish him nothing but the best of luck, even though I always root for the Cal Bears.
Tony and I did some work for Cron this morning. Excuse me. We were doing some recording for in fact, we should be promoting this probably a lot more than we have. If you're interested in more Polymac Particle content and stuff like that, please do get the Cron 4 Plus app, download that bad boy, and then you can enjoy the show that we actually just recorded this morning. It's called 30 on Thursday. It's the new show they've given us where Tony and I do 30 minutes of football talk, and it should be available later today. They'll post it today. They like to program it or position it so it leads into Thursday Night Football kickoff. And we did. Tony and I had to talk about the big game today. And, obviously it's one of those games where records don't matter. Stanford's had a tough year. You throw that out the window. They could easily rise up and win this game, as we've seen in the past. I mean, the big game can go any way. But Tony and I decided to handicap the game by comparing our venues, our on-campus venues, in typical Creative Tony Pauly style. I was like, forget X's and O's, forget coaching, forget defensive schemes, blitz packages. I don't want to hear it. I want to know what's your preferred venue on campus in the Bay. Are we going Greek Theater in Berkeley, or are we going Frost Amphitheater at Stanford? And there was no wrong answer. Especially if you're a Grateful Dead fan, you know how sacred both of those places are. Some of the best, I can tell you, Tony, some of the greatest musical nights I've had as a patron out in the crowd were at the Greek Theater. The Greek has a very special kind of place in my heart. And I'm not disparaging the Frost. That's the thing. How do you win this argument? The Frost is money too. I mean,
we both ended up on the Greek for the Frost is amazing, and the renovations they've made to the Frost. And I've seen a few great shows there. I saw Billy Strings there. I saw King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard there.
Why were you gesturing when you did that? What was that?
I feel like that name needs to be gestured.
Oh, I see. I thought you were like drumming. Okay, I got you.
No, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Can I get one of your snaps on top of that? Can I get a snap?
Boom. Right. And also I saw Goose there, 3 really good shows. And you're not going to see, as far as the surroundings, you're not going to have a bad experience at all. But the Greek, man, there's something magical, mystical about the Greek theater.
Yeah.
Especially, Paulie and I talk about this all the time, how when you go to the Greek, you can be down on the floor, you can be wherever you want, but at some point during the show, before the sun goes down, you got to get up top, to the top of the grass up top, and just take a peek. And what you're taking in at the top,
and especially if it's a Grateful Dead related show, because up top on where after the lawn ends, dude, that's Wookiee mania up there. It's Wookiee Central. I mean, and if you need to know what a Wookiee is, it's basically the hippies from kind of the Garberville area, if you know what I'm saying. Like, we're talking white dreads, we're talking Tony, we're talking pit bulls on ropes. You know what I mean? Like, not a leash, just a rope tied around it. Like those guys. Those are called Wookiees, and at the Greek, that's where they congregate way up top. They don't even really watch the show; they just spin the whole time. Yeah.
They're in constant movement. And by the way, I got to give Will Sparks some love here. Will, I assume that's you, at W Sparks 2958, saw the Dead 27 times at the Greek Theater. That is, yeah.
I salute you, Will Sparks. I salute you, and I will tell you openly, without any shame, I'm extremely jealous of that you saw the Dead 27 times there. I'm extremely jealous of that.
Incredible.
I saw the Garcia Band at the Greek, and a million of the after the Grateful Dead years, Phil Lesh, Rat Dog, other ones, all that stuff. A lot of great nights at the Greek. Okay, Tony.
Now, I will say, Paulie, really quick, I will say, living on the peninsula, it is damn nice to just jump on Caltrain and get dropped off literally, I don't know, a 3-minute walk from the gate of the Frost Amphitheater. It's maybe 5 minutes if you're taking your time. I went there.
If the trains are busy, though, Tony, you can just hop in a Waymo and get a driver, a robot to drive into the Frost if you want.
I'm good. But I went down there with Rising Wolf. Rising Wolf and I went down there and had a great time for the King Gizzard show. And by the way, if you get a chance to see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, do it. It's a wild, wacky, incredible show. Seriously. They're a bunch of wacky dudes from Australia. 26 albums, Paulie, they've made since 2016. 26 albums since 2016.
They say they might need an editor. You know what I mean? They might need someone to start editing. Guys, slow it down. Slow down the prolific output here, because I can't keep up with 27 records in how many years? 5 years? What?
Since 2016, so 9 years. But the real fun part of the show is they all leave their instruments except for the drummer and the bass player. They stay up high atop this scaffold, right? And the rest of the band takes off their instruments and they set up a huge table in the middle of the stage. And they all start doing it's like a DJ dance set where they're on turntables, they're on wacky noisemakers that are all electronic, basically. It's wild stuff. But the drums and the bass still play rhythm, right? They still play rhythms, beats, and a nice rhythm section. It's wild. It's just a wild show that I cannot recommend enough.
We are getting some great, I mean, this is another one of these kind of things we're stumbling into here. Favorite venues, musically speaking. We got Los D coming in here going, well, Los D is dropping multiple bombs here. First of all, he's saying shout out to the Circle Star Theater. You know what blew my mind about the Circle Star Theater? You guys know, or if you don't know, I can tell you I'm a big Richard Pryor fan. And the great album and movie he released when I was a kid was kind of the last great thing he ever did. It's called Richard Pryor Live on the Sunset Strip. That's after he had the accident where he was on fire and the whole freebasing kind of mess he was involved with. He came out and did the stand-up comedy piece. If you've never seen it, it's like Smithsonian quality. It's some of the best stand-up you'll ever see. Highly recommended. But anyway, Tony, on the vinyl version of Richard Pryor Sunset Strip, I was looking at it, and it's a compilation of different bits he did at different venues. And one of the greatest Richard Pryor bits of all time is about how when he was a kid, he worked at a mafia bar in Youngstown, Ohio, where all those wise guys are. Shout out once again to Lucchese's and the Genoveses and the Gallos. To Barlow, hey, easy though. But maybe.
Well, you did Youngstown. You did Youngstown. You said that.
Well, no, I know. And I mean, who knows, really? Eddie D, who knows a lot of people. I don't know. I don't get involved. Just keep winning rings.
Dare I say riverboats, Paul?
Hey, a briefcase full of cash. Listen, you know, what's a briefcase full of cash between NFL owners and politicians? It happens all the time. So anyway, on that, there's a great mafia piece where Pryor's talking about hanging with the mafia. It's hey Johnny Salami. It's it's really good. That was recorded at the Circle Star, which kind of blew me away. But Los D says, and that's been gone for a long time, Circle Star. But also Los D said, tell me what the big deal with Red Rocks Amphitheater is in Colorado. And I'm going to let you handle that one, Tony. Answer the question.
I saw Fish 4 nights in a row there in 2008, I believe, or no, whatever is in the aughts. Paulie, as the kids like to call it, the aughts. Remember the days of the aughts?
I do.
I don't like to call them the aughts, so I apologize to everyone for even saying that right now. I apologize. But it's a state park, so it's a venue inside of a state park that is part of a rock formation in the foothills of the Colorado mountains. And it's just there's these rock formations on both sides of the venue. Yeah. And then if you go higher, again, just like the Greek Theater, if you go higher up, the vistas from above of the state park are incredible. and you can see in Denver, you know, if you've been to Colorado, you can see for miles and miles. Like, it's just a beautiful state. So it's just naturally the natural setting of Red Rocks is just cannot be topped. But the gorge in northeast Washington, if you fly into Seattle and drive like 3 hours east, the Gorge Amphitheater is probably my all-time favorite venue because you are looking down at the Columbia River Gorge.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. All-time favorite? We're talking now beyond Warfield, beyond...
No, outdoor. Favorite outdoor.
Okay, I was going to say, wow, that's a shocking statement. Okay, but I've never been to the Gorge, but I've seen... It looks pretty magnificent. I've seen the footage. It looks great. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And if you're, I don't know, ambitious like myself, you can get down to the river and go for a swim if you want to, right?
You're ambitious. Yeah.
Well, and you camp right there on the grounds next to it's just a beautiful, beautiful place. But the Red Rocks, Los, just to answer your question, it's part of a state park that is just like my friends Chris and Sean Lafferty. Shout out the Laffertys in Colorado. They belong to Friends of Red Rocks, and they help keep it clean. And I guess if you do that, then you get concert tickets and stuff. You get like your first to get access to tickets or free tickets. So it's pretty cool. And people just take care of that baby. Although there's a new amphitheater in Dillon, Colorado, that's supposed to be really nice too. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. But anywhere in Colorado, man, it's just, come on, you're winning.
I like, I hear you. I've never been to Red Rocks. I mean, one of these days we've talked about it a million times. One of these days I'll get there for something, but to this point, I've never been. Tony, we got to get this show started. We've been like wandering around for a half hour. For starters, do you want to give our sponsor some love now, or do you want to finish your top three first? You kind of tell me what you want to do here.
Well, I just thought I'd do this real quick too. I'll let the pictures do the talking, not me. So there's Red Rocks right there. I mean, that's, and I haven't looked at these pictures ahead of time, but that's what I'm talking about. The rock formations literally on the sides of the venue. And oh, hey, guy. Look at that night shot. See, if you go up top, look at that shot of the vistas. It's just an incredible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see the rock formations behind the stage when you go up top. So, I've been close enough many, many shows. I don't need to be close ever again at a show, to be honest with you. I've seen plenty of shows up close where I like to get back and get a lot of the lights, get a lot of the whole scene at a show.
I always felt like, and I still feel this way, like when it comes to concert tickets, like I don't get too uptight about it anymore either. I'm kind of the same way because especially when you used to mail order with the Grateful Dead, they had like their own ticket service where you would just send them your order right to their office and then they would send you tickets back. I did that for dozens of Dead shows. And I always felt like, sometimes you get great seats, sometimes they're not great. You just got to kind of roll with it. I'm with you, buddy. You can't let that kind of ruin your night. Whatever. Right. I mean, sometimes you'll be right there. Other nights you're back farther. It's okay. Everyone's going to have a good time. So.
Yes, business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right, here we go, buddy. Real quick, Paulie. Stevie B, Steve Bisecchio, 6034. Saw Wookiees at Jerry Day that look like things I pull out of the
I got you. Yeah, those little hair clumps. Yeah. No, I got you. They're out there.
The shower drain.
I'm telling you.
Well, hold on. One woman's clawed hoof still gives me night.
I tell you, Stevie B coming in with some high level stuff, bro. You're not wrong about any of that, Stevie B. You're not wrong. And I got to tell you the truth. How many of you in the PMP Familia, Tony, this includes you, and I've asked you this, and shockingly, Tony said no, because he is like, to me, Tony is Mr. California. Like he knows all the neighborhoods. He knows all the streets. He knows the state inside and out. I'm still learning about California. Like I'm still stumbling into things I didn't even know about. So a few years ago, my wife took me up. I'm never going to forget that, bro. We went up to Garberville. Okay. Yeah. Until you've walked the freaking streets of Garberville, dude, that is Wookiee ground zero. When I went, I was literally shocked. If you've ever been on Netflix and you see that little miniseries called Murder Mountain about the cannabis community, a lot of that stuff is going on in Garberville. Like Garberville is in that documentary. So you're like walking down the street in Garberville. And then, like, there are Wookiees to the left, Wookiees to the right. They're coming down the hill. I've never seen anything like it. I was walking around. I go, my first reaction is, the cops are in on this. There's something going on up here, and the cops are in on it because you don't see Wookiees roaming the streets like that in numbers like that. And they're all growing weed up there and stuff like that. And I'll never forget the funniest thing, dude. We were walking to this like little burrito place, and I had like a little half a piece with me, which I fired half a J. So I fired it up, and Liz was like, "Don't light that. They're all going to come over here." And like they're all like a moth to a flame. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because she used to run some marathon up there, like in the Redwoods, because it's very close to the Redwoods. The national park. So she was familiar with the area, and she's like, "Don't like that. They're all going to come over." So anyway, shout out Garberville. If you know, you know. And Tony, one of these days, you need to just go investigate Garberville. Just walk the streets, and you'll see what I'm talking about immediately.
Is that north of Mendocino? I can't remember.
I think it might be a little south. South. Does that sound right, you guys? Southeast? I think it's a little south of Mendocino.
Okay. I'm totally done. I love exploring this state. This state's got so much to offer.
Rockin' New Era coming in strong. I would not trust a burrito from Garberville. See, if you know, dude, see, these guys. Okay, no, Patrick Patton saying it's north of Mendocino.
North. Yes, I thought it was north. Okay, cool. And then Paulie also Escobar checking in as a super. Escobar Cheeks the third. He got his name figured out somehow, some way. He says, for a Latin jazz lover, nothing beats Kimball's East. Wow, dude. Nice. That's a great. I haven't been to Kimball's East in a long time, but that's a great spot. Yeah. So thank you, Escobar. And yes, Latin jazz all damn day. What was the name of the place across from the Fillmore? Rosella's? I don't know, Escobar, did you ever get to Rosella's across the street from the Fillmore in San Francisco? Great jazz and Latin jazz club. Really good spot. We used to go before and after shows at the Fillmore. We go to Rosella's if the Boom Boom Room was just packed, which it usually was.
Hey, Tony, real quick, I'm forgetting who's our founding father? Oh, Mendocino Fats? Was that Humboldt Fats?
Humboldt Fats.
Okay. I guarantee Humboldt Fats, we haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing okay, brother. And I got to tell you, I'd be willing to bet heavy money that Humboldt Fats is familiar with the streets of Garberville. I'd be willing to bet. Yeah.
And also, Paulie, Scarlet Fire coming in saying that great point. She says the rock walls of the Red Rocks amphitheater actually help out the sound as well. And she's right. So they do something to the sound as well. And then also Patty from Napa checking in saying that she thinks that there's a hooker hotel in Garberville. So
I can't confirm that, but if there is, I don't know who the customers are. You know what I mean? Because there's some pretty banged up looking people in Garberville, and I'm not knocking it. I enjoy it up there very much, but I'm just saying the humanity that's walking the street. I've never seen that condensed of a collection of Wookiees as I have, because you always wonder, like you go to a Dead show and you're like, where do these dudes go when there's no show? Like, where?
I always assume they just went from show to show, right? It never had like a
like between tours, they got to go somewhere. Like,
jump on another tour. Get on the Bisco tour, Paulie, or get
I'm not going on the Bisco tour, but I got to tell you, your instincts are correct. Like, where do they go? They go to freaking Garberville. That's where they go. That's it. That's like their hub. Anyway, Tony, I think it's time to give Dr. Matt Young some love or Los D some love. You flip a coin. Tell me which direction you want to go. We love them both. Your call.
We can do that. I just want to make sure that we're clear on supers. Yes, we are good on supers. And Paulie, we got to talk about 12/5 as well. December 5th. We want to remind people about that.
And the music assignment with Aaron Kask. I want to revisit that. We got to finish your top three. We got a lot to do in a short time here, so we got to get moving.
We got bookmarks, and we got to talk honking as well.
And honking, Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm going to take matters in my own hands. I'm going to start with Carlos de la Fuente today. I've already spoken to Carlos on the phone today. It's great what a year we've had, man. And we'll talk about this at the party, the PMP and Ain't Easy Holiday Frolic coming up December 5th at Standard Deviant Brewing. Please do RSVP, and we look forward to seeing you there. But Carlos, one of the great things about this year is we've become like boys with Carlos. Like we're not just like a business thing anymore. We are officially friends at this point. Carlos de la Fuente, stand-up guy, rock solid dude, San Francisco native, who not only kind of loves and cares about Bay Area sports, he's a passionate Niner fan, passionate Giant fan, not afraid to point a critical finger at Shanahan, or if I may, Lil Shanny, as he calls him, Lil Shanny. But no, that's his personality. He reminds me a lot of Paul Tonelli, like old school guys, rock solid constitution. and people that you can trust, which is getting tougher and tougher to find people like that these days. So I value the man, Carlos De La Fuente, and then I value the service that he offers, not only us, but the entire community, which are his financial expertise that he offers to share with all of us. If you find yourself in a position where, you know, you're renting a place in the city right now or elsewhere in the Bay, and you and your partner are like, I think we're ready to buy. I want to buy. Talk to Carlos first and let him give you some guidance in terms of the right way and the wrong way to do things like that. Also, private money loans, which a lot of us are looking for right now, given the state of the economy and given the fact that people are struggling out there. If you do need extra cash in your pocket, he can help you with that. There are a variety of ways that you can draw funds. One of them would be a HELOC loan, home equity lines of credit. It's a very popular method to put some more cash in your pocket to handle what's in front of you right now. People like Tony and myself with kids, my kids are I got one kid, he's finishing up his college education now. But the point is, Tony, I'm still paying tuition, and you're walking into that. You're about to start doing all that. And how? That's it. Like when you face that reality, you're like, how in God's name am I going to do this? Because college tuitions now, it's a joke how expensive it's become. It's really not cool. It's not fair. I don't think education should cost that much money, because how are you going to educate people if you can't afford it? But it is what it is. So you have to say, like, all right, how am I going to do this? I don't know how to do this. I don't have that much money saved. Talk to Carlos. He can help you find funds where you didn't think there were any. So whether it's a home equity line of credit, whether it's a private money loan, maybe it is a reverse mortgage. There's all kinds of things Carlos can do for you, but it starts with the conversation, and it starts by touching base. So reach out to Los, 925-250-4894. I know a lot of you already know him and have met him at the events we've had, but for those of you who don't, do not be nervous. Do not be intimidated. He's one of the easiest guys to talk to, especially about money matters. So reach out or shoot him an email, Tony, carlos@myflexnow.com. Thank you, Los D.
And Los D, I just want to thank you just on a personal level, not just for your friendship, buddy, but also for what you've done for friends of mine down here in the peninsula who have reached out to you. And most recently, a dear friend, Pete Cruz, who I was with last night after the 5th grade sex ed, we had a beer together, and he was talking about Los, and he's like, man, I actually have been having a great time getting to know Los. And he goes, you know what I love about Los? And this is straight from Pete's mouth. He goes, you know what I love about Los? Is there's no BS.
Right.
But he actually said the BS. He goes, there's no BS. You know, he's not trying to upsell you. He's not trying to talk you into something you don't want. There's no BS. And I'm like, dude, that's beautiful, man. And he goes, that's the type of business I like to do. And Los provides that type of business. So that's coming straight from one of Los's clients, who also happens to be a dear friend here on the peninsula. So Los, thank you so much for taking care of those people, and they couldn't be happier. All the people that you've dealt with on the peninsula here could not be happier with your services, bud.
Thank you, Tony. I'm going to say one more thing about Carlos, and I'm so happy to see Corinne back in the mix today. Yes. I hope you're feeling better, my dear. She says, not only is he helping me with funds, but he was so kind and patient while we had to put things on hold, and also so kind of Los D to check in on Corinne as often as he did. Listen to this. Love you, Los D. That's Corinne. We love you, Corinne. It's so good to see you. We've been shouting you out and sending you good vibes. And it's just great to see you back in the mix today, Corinne. Take it slow. You got no rush. Just relax. Enjoy the show. And if you need anything, let any of us know. We got your back. And there's Corinne. See, look at that. Look at the joy from Patty. Corinne is back. We did miss you. And we were concerned that you weren't feeling well. But it's great to see you today, dear. And there's just another satisfied customer, too, because she worked with Carlos and she raves about. She loves them. They're in love now. See what happened to her? Love is in the air. Corinne, you get well, dear. You just get well. And thank you, Los D, for all that you do, man. We appreciate you very, very much. All right, Tony.
Yes.
Getting the wheels on. I'm going to make some executive decisions right now.
Ooh.
If there, I know if there is such a thing. I'm no executive, but I will tell you this. I want to finish your top 3. So reset the final kind of installment, because we did 2 of the 3, but let's knock number 3 out real quick if we can.
Oh, we totally can, Paulie. Stand by, though. If we're going to do top 3, we're going to play it at least once.
Tony's top 3. Yeah.
And we're going to feed the ducks.
This is
yesterday
like when the Ted used to split up a playing in the band. Like they'd start it on Friday and then they'd go back into it on Saturday, little playing reprise. So this is kind of like Tony's top 3 reprise right now.
Totally. It's like Fish does Tweezer on night 1 of a 3-night run, and then they wrap up night 3 with the Tweezer reprise at the end of it all. So I hear what you're saying, Paulie. And last night we talked about the Niners schedule. We dove deep into the remaining 6 games of the Niners schedule, and we came up with the fact that we think they are going to be 11-6. They're gonna end up 11-6 is what we surmised.
Which I've been pretty happy with, all things considered, considering all the injuries and tough times they've had this year.
Yeah, let me go back to my notes real quick. We said that we think Indy and either Chicago or Seattle would be L's. Indy or either Chicago. And dude, by the way, if they happen to win, by the way, that's at Indy. At Indy, that's a tough matchup. But being 11-6, that was the first part of top 3. So the third part was only because I had this experience the other day where I was at a light and I was guilty of looking at my phone at the light, and the light turned green and I wasn't aware of it, and I did not get a beep beep. I got a wah, and I was like, dude. Like, I even looked back like, dude, okay, man, I got the message, bro.
Tony's looking down like at his phone. He's probably pulling up some new music or something like that. Light turns green. All of a sudden, this is what he got. Yeah.
You could have given me a
Yeah.
You know, like
Sorry, it's got to play the whole sound. I can't do the quick one. I just learned that. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, I feel just a very courteous, kind of neighborly, like beep beep. We're all human beings. We all look at the phone, beep beep. But dude, he leaned on it, huh? I got you.
The comments are great. Stevie B says he was in the right, Tony. And then
Stevie B's a Jersey boy. See, they don't play that S in Jersey. I know what you're saying, Stevie B. There's a whole different mindset back there. Karen Bell, she goes, I love the horn too. See, hey man, but finish your thoughts. So what's the question or issue here? What are we examining here?
Well, I'm a horn tapper. Okay. I don't lean on it. I don't because I feel like that. I mean, it almost like it scared the living bejesus out of me, which is, I guess, what this person wanted to do. But I just felt like the extended 12-inch dance remix of the guy's horn didn't need to happen. You know what I mean? It could have just been like a nice, little beep beep, but I got the wah.
How did you handle that? What was your reaction? Did you flip them off? Did you get out of the car, or did you just take off?
I did the adjustment of the rearview mirror so you could see that I could, was looking at him, and then I moved forward. But I said I made the mistake of not paying attention to the stoplight, so it was my fault. But dude, just give me a gentle tap. I don't need the wah. So I wanted to ask you, what type of horn honker are you? I just told you I'm a tapper.
Tony, I'm glad you asked, because there are many honks for many different occasions, okay? And we're going to kind of parse through those right now. Okay, so first of all, Stevie B, okay, Scarlet Fire, Rags, even Paulie Mac, anybody who's lived on the East Coast knows it's like Death Race 2000 back there, bro, especially up in Boston. The most insane batch of drivers I've ever been around in my life. They don't give a damn. They don't care. And as soon as a Boston driver sees you have out-of-state plates, now you're a target. They're like, all right, let's run this guy off the road. They're insane up there. So Jersey, a little bit less aggressive, but I was always more comfortable in New York and New Jersey than I was in Boston driving. But I'll say this, people use the horn back there like it's just another way of expressing. You get beeped at all the time. So I have a quick trigger finger, but I will say this. I've eased up over the years, and I'll tell you what, because I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get shot on 101. I don't want to get shot on 280. Like back in the old days growing up, you could flip a guy off. Hey, F you, dude. Yeah, F you too. And then you just kind of take off and go about your day. It was almost like saying, have a nice day back then. You'd flip somebody off, you beep at the guy. But now, dude, people are pulling out pistols. They got firearms in the car. I am not getting shot over like a red light dispute. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let that happen. So I mind my P's and Q's, but when I will lean on it, dude, and I agree with your original statement. Like if the green light thing happens, which happens all the time, people aren't ready. They're not paying attention. Just give them a little tap. Let them know. Yeah. Maybe just starting off a little courtesy, a little neighborly. Yeah. What if I'm on 101 and especially up here, dude? Hey, the moms of Marin, you guys don't know what's going on with these people. The moms up here, these mothers, these middle-aged white women, Dude, they're driving around with lattes and they're going 85 miles an hour, like in a Humvee, like one of those big tanks, you know what I mean? And they're like placing orders on Nordstrom. They're like, oh, is the addition on my deck finished yet? Yeah, I'll be back soon. And then, dude, they're drifting over like 3 lanes at a clip. Those people, I lean on it. Because they're like, but I really do. Dude, the Marin moms, I'm telling you, if you guys live up here, you know what I'm talking about. Someone's got to keep them in line because they think they run the, I don't know. It's mayhem, dude. They're the most dangerous drivers I've ever seen. The moms of Marin with the latte. As soon as you see them coming out of Starbucks, get the hell out of the area because they're about to cause an accident. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, you don't need to be juggling multiple things while driving. And second of all, I will say, if it's like a self-defense mechanism where I'm like, this person is about to hit me, then yeah,
you gotta let them know, right? It could actually save you if you don't let them know. Yeah,
right. Now, are you the person that after the honk, you'll actually do whatever you can to get up to that next to that person to give them a look? To be like, what the hell's your problem?
Now, see, that's where my fear of getting shot comes in. Okay. And I'm not even kidding. I'm like totally confessing this. I do. I'm like worried about getting shot at because it happens, dude. It happens on the road now. So if the violation is so severe, like they almost hit me or if they flip me off, now I'm going to engage. Now we got to see where are we going with this. Yeah, I might take a look. But again, I'm not looking for any gun exchange, like bullets flying. I don't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. That's why I just, when in doubt, just the tap. It's like a double tap. Just give a double tap. I do wish car manufacturers would make the horns tappable because most horns you need to hit. Like
you got to lean on it. You got to stand on it. Yeah.
Somebody develop, and come on, we can have driverless cars, but we can't have tappable horns. What are we doing? Like, give me a horn.
I want my car horn to play like Eruption by Van Halen. You know what I mean?
Or like, please move over. Or please put the foot on the gas pedal.
Stop being such an a-hole. Stop being such an a-hole. Why are you such an a-hole? Like just blasting out messages. Yeah.
Totally.
I'm unarmed. Please don't shoot at me. My kids are in the car. You know what I mean? Like, making announcements. I like that. Yeah.
Get your head out of your ass. Like if there's a megaphone in the car. Get your head out of your ass and drive. So, okay, we established the honking etiquette. But you don't lean on it like you used to. I think it's a young man's game, young person's game for the leaning on it, for the lean on. I think.
Well, because you're all excitable. You don't know. You got no fear of death at that age. Now I'm like terrified of death. By the way, Aaron Cask. Oh, Escobar too. Okay, hold on. Take Escobar T. Go ahead.
Escobar Cheeks the Third, he says, and he did this as a super last night. But for those of you who weren't on a very fun night flight last night, he said, I'll repeat from last night. I'm telling the person to pull over. Let's get down to business, dude.
I'm speeding away. If I see Escobar yelling at me, dude, I'm flooring the car and I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm like, I don't want any part of this. I don't want to get in a fist fight getting out of my car. So, but Escobar, this is why we need your muscle in the community, and we thank you for that too. Let's get down to business, dude. Let's handle our business. Yeah.
Aaron Cask is a super. He says, I got a jam to a work meeting, guys. I had to pack in all the meetings today so I can spread the gospel of Tool tomorrow without fear of interruption. I love it, Aaron. I'm looking forward to it. And I know Paulie is too. Have a great rest of the show, everybody, says Aaron Cask. And yes, just if you weren't aware, Aaron Cask is sponsoring the musical assignment tomorrow, and he has chosen Tool as his musical assignment. So if you'd like to add to, if you want to send your favorite Tool songs to pauliespod@gmail.com, please do. And again, this is the opportunity to sponsor the musical assignment. This is week 2 that we've done this now, and we already have Triple Z. David is going to do something in January. He already signed up for January, but you can sign up for a week. People can team up together and partner up if they want to do like a duo assignment together for a week. There's, Paulie, basically...
The rules are there ain't no rules.
The rules are there ain't no rules. But Aaron is doing the musical assignment with us tomorrow, and he picked Tool. But again, you don't have to pick a band either. You can pick a theme. Right?
I want to read you a question about the assignment from Stevie B real quick. He goes, are we permitted to take, I like the way he said this, are we permitted to take Tool adjacent bands like Perfect Circle?
Yes. So we talked about that last night, Stevie B. Perfect Circle, Pussifer, those two bands like that Maynard is involved with. Yes, totally. Or if you can find something where Tool sits in with somebody or Maynard sits in with somebody. I know that there's a lot of cross-pollination when they jam with other bands. So
I'm going to give you a homework assignment, Tony, and this is from Don Peralta to me to you. And Dom is raising a good question here, a good point rather. He's saying, hey, Tony, can you reach out to Tom Tolbert and get his contribution? Like, find out what Tom's Tool song would be for the playlist.
I know what the top 3 would be because he used to ask me to change the music bed all the time to different.
Give it to me. Give me the top. Give me Tolbert's top 3.
Oh, I forget the names of the songs. I know that they're not. I have them in my library of music.
Yeah,
saved literally under Tolbert's music, Tolbert's Tool. That sounds really bad. But I was actually thinking about getting a fresh.
That is a bad name of a playlist. Hey, Tony, throw on Tolbert's Tool. You know what I mean? Wait, what? Like, I don't think he would like that.
It sounds like Taylor Swift's going to have a song for Travis's Tool pretty soon, right?
You know what? She's going to be dumping that Travis's Tool pretty soon, too. You'll see. His playlist is going to get deleted. Hey, a couple of other things. Will Sparks is right there with us. Will Sparks goes, I see Escobar yelling at me on the freeway. I smile and wave. That's all. Thank you, sir. And you drive away. I totally feel you, Will. I'm not looking for any confrontations either. Did we get all the supers in?
No, we did not.
No,
Stinky Badges is another super, and he says, how about the motos that rev when they split lanes passing you? Always scares the crap out of me. Absolutely, dude. I wish that was outlawed, to be honest with you.
I don't think I understand it. What does that mean?
The motorcycles that lane splitting. The motorcycles come through.
Motorcycles, yeah. And it is legal in California. That's illegal on the East Coast. You cannot do that on the East Coast. They would go crazy.
Dude, it should be illegal here. And by the way, it's trippy when you go to other states where there's no helmet law. And you'll see people on a motorcycle without a helmet. And you're like, what are you doing?
Shout out Gary Busey once again, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Stinky Badges, thank you for the super. We got Lady Catalina, maker of the Catalina hot sauce, Lady Catalina hot sauce. Having a Puerto Rican flag hanging from my mirror is all I need to ward off aggro drivers. It's even saved Ray's gringo ass.
That's the greatest sentence I think of all time. It's even saved Ray's gringo ass. Lady Catalina, we love you. I look forward to seeing you on the 5th, man.
Oh, by the way, Paulie, I just had some Pete's habanero hot sauce yesterday on my eggs. And by the way, Lady Catalina Noemi, so good. And ladycatalina.com for those of you curious where you can purchase Lady Catalina's hot sauce.
Hey, Noemi, quick question too, and I think the answer is going to be yes, but I might as well just make sure. You should think about bringing some of your hot sauces to the party and just like let people buy them that might be interested on the spot. Like bring a few that you can sell that night because I want to help her with that business because your stuff is great, Noemi. Great stuff. Fantastic. Okay. Tony, we need to do so I hope that solves your top 3 honking issue. I think okay.
Yes, it does. It really does. It just happened to me. And I'm like, when in the moment, I was like, okay, this is, and then I thought, oh, we should bring this up on the show as a top 3. So thank you. Everybody.
I'm sorry, T. I want to do a Dr. Young spot, and then I want to ask you about tonight's Thursday night game a little bit. Bills at Houston. More interesting than you might think, actually. I think this is going to be a better game than some people are expecting. Do you want to do?
I don't.
Okay, well, we'll dive into that. Dr. Young first or after football? You tell me.
Let's dive into the mouth. Let's get into the mouth, Paulie.
Get me in the mouth. Get me in the freaking mouth. Get me in the – yeah, that's where I belong. You know what I mean? You know what I love about this image? And once again, Dom Peralta, dude, doing his thing. Said, Dom, any chance you can put us in the patient's mouth? He goes, hold on, I'll get back to you. And then, boom, here we are. Dom, I want to say I always think about the Rolling Stones logo. When I see this visual, all it needs is the big tongue flopping out.
Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of the tongue, I'm announcing right now, I might have to take some time off next year. Tony, I'm hearing about another Stones. Ready for this? They're saying April of 26, new Stones album, another one, and new Stones tour. But it's going to be a European tour. That's not going to stop me. I'm announcing it right now. I'm going. I'm freaking going. So
why don't we take PMP overseas and do the show live from Italy before we see a Stones show?
I will definitely do that, and I look forward to anyway. It reminded me of the tongue and the lips, and I'm getting ready. I'm getting my Stones juices are starting to flow again. I'm getting excited. Yeah.
And just for those of you that haven't heard the Stones' new album, or it's not new anymore, but it's very, very good. And the
Hackney
song
Diamonds.
Yeah, Hackney Diamonds and the song that Mick does with Lady Gaga, Sweet Sounds of Heaven. I think it's the last track on the album or one of
It
the last
is.
tracks. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous tune. Check it out. Sweet Sounds of Heaven. And like the album version goes longer than I expected. It's like 7 or 8 minutes. It's
Yeah,
really
it's a long jam. And Stevie Wonder's on piano on that song
Yeah.
too. You got
and Paul McCartney plays bass on one of the
yeah, he
Why
does.
You
He
Gonna-
does.
Why you bite my head off? Why you bite my head off is the one.
Let's like a punk tune. It's kind of like the
yeah,
yeah, it's great, man. It's a great Stones record, and that track you're talking about, "Sweet Sounds of Heaven," to me sounds like that could have easily fit right in on like Exile on Main Street. It's like a gospel tune. And by the way, if you're like getting all excited, oh, Paulie, talking about the Stones, they haven't announced it yet, but I'm always keeping a finger on the pulse. And the sources, my Stone sources tell me that they are getting ready to release this record and tour next year. So I believe my sources. And when it's official, I'll tell you guys too. But I'm going. I'm telling you right now, I'm freaking going. All right. Anyway,
Paulie, don't get angry with me.
Why you angry with me? Yeah. Yeah.
So good. So
Okay.
good. Angry. Go ahead.
One thing I got to do before I go see the Stones in Europe is I got to go see Dr. Young and say, hey, I'm going over there repping the United States of America on behalf of all the Stones fans. Clean me up. Clean up these teeth of mine. Floss them up. Polish them up. Do whatever you got to do. Dr. Matt Young has been my dentist for over a decade. He's been a good friend of mine for over a decade. I'm hopeful that he can join us at the party. He was at the Tom Tolbert, Rod Brooks Warrior party we had last month. So hopefully Dr. Young can come by too. You can see the handsome face up close. He has been in business in San Francisco for over 25 years. He is located down at the Union Square part of San Francisco, 490 Post Street. General dentistry, implants are his specialty. I like to tell you, well, we kind of showcased this the other night. He is the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. That is his specialty. He's one of the best, if not the best, in the entire country. You're just in good hands with a really good guy when you go see Dr. Matt Young. His work is fantastic. There he is in the tuxedo.
Let me get out of the mouth for a sec. Hang on one sec.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dude, he looks like James Bond. You know what I mean? Like after he like cleans some patient's teeth, he's gonna go solve some crimes in his tuxedo and his sports car. You know what I mean? And like the beautiful woman on his arm. That's Dr. Matt Young. He'll accept like 90% of the insurance plans out there. Shouldn't have any problem with that. And then depending on your needs, he can handle all of it. Like just a good old fashioned cleaning. Look how good Tony's teeth look. He did it. Fillings, he did that too. Implants, veneers, orthodontics, emergency care. And Tony's favorite, the consideration of the Dr. Matt Young office and the Young Dental Group. They have office hours on the weekend too. So like they kind of work with you. And like Los D was checking in on Corinne just to see how she was doing and stuff like that. Dr. Young is the same freaking way. That had never happened to me in my whole life when I had my root canal with him a few years ago. I had it done on a Friday after we did the morning show, and I went right to the dentist. He did the work, and then I went home. And I'm telling you, I'm hanging out on the couch on Saturday, and Dr. Young calls me. I was like, dude, that's really nice of you. And he's like, no, I just want to make sure you're good. If you need anything, you got to let me know. So give him a call and find out why we love him as much as we do. 415-392-8611. You can also email Dr. Young. Any questions or you want to make an appointment, just email him, info@youngdentalsf.com, Tony.
Yeah, and also newsflash, Megan and Dominic and Olivia, they're all going to visit Dr. Young in mid-December. So I'm very excited for them to get the hands-on experience from Dr. Young. And I am going to recommend that when they get there, that they ask for my dear friend Joyce, who took great care of me. And I just wanted to get the vibes of Joyce right there. Yeah, there you go. There's Joyce. There she is. She was so great. And everybody there that works there is so nice. And it's almost like Dr. Young did like some sort of training about how everybody needs to just be chill and relaxed and welcoming and nurturing and kind, because that's everybody there. That's the vibe of the office. And they understand that people aren't like, jumping up and down to go to the dentist. So they make the experience enjoyable. Dr. Young makes it enjoyable. And I can't wait to hear what my kids and Megan think about the experience as well. So it's really exciting. And by the way, when you talk about Dr. Young checking in with you, he also checked in with me. He checked in with me yesterday saying, hey, I hear Megan and the kids are coming in. But it's not don't just think he's checking in with us because we're
Right.
There are reviews out there all over the place that talk about Dr. Young checking in with people after the fact, saying, "How you doing? Everything okay? Anything you need?" And everything, like, especially if you do like any oral surgery and stuff. So, and again, the hours 7 p.m. on weekdays, open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're there to serve you. They're there to help you and work with your busy schedule. So again, 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611. Give the Young Dental SF group a call, or you can email info@youngdentalsf.com. P.
Thank you so much, Dr. Young. We love you, buddy. Hope to see you on the 5th. And just picking up one more comment from the great Scarlet Fire. She goes, "Hey, guys, don't forget, Paulie's talking about going to Italy to see the Rolling Stones. And by the way, I'll see him anywhere. I don't care. I'll go to London, Paris. I don't care. Just get me over to where the gig is, and I'll be happy." Scarlet Fire says, she just took that trip to Italy. And she said that when she was over there, and I saw the photographs, I saw the evidence, she was plastering PMP stickers all over the place in Italy. And I know Patty does that too. Patty goes on vacation. She puts stickers up. One of these days, the cops are going to call me. They're going to be like, "Are you this Paulie Mac guy with the stickers?" I'll be like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Watch me get handcuffed." But again, I maintain, Tony, when I finally get cuffed and jailed, which is inevitable, I still say it's going to be good for the show. It'll be good press. It'll be like a Keith Richards moment. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they got Paulie. We got to bail him out. Dude, you guys can have like a special fundraiser to bail Paulie Mac out of jail. The only problem is if Tony and I get arrested together at the same time, which is definitely on the table, depending on where we are at any given time. So I'm just looking forward to when I do get jailed for the sticker work of Patty and Bonnie, because it's going to happen.
Yeah, live from the pen. Live from the state pen. It's PMP. And by the way, Paulie, Greg Stinking Badges is a super again. He says, "Can you imagine the PMP army rolling around Europe in a bus?"
I like the sound of that, man. Count me in. Count me in. I mean, I went to Italy. I've only been over there once in my whole life, and it was recently. It was a few years ago. My mom took me to Italy. It was kind of like a big gift for me because she and I've been talking about that with her for years, and she surprised me. It was like my 50th birthday gift, and she was like, "I'm taking you to Italy. We're going." And I have been eager to get back there ever since. How many times have you been over there, T?
I've only been to Italy once, and I've been to Spain once, but I'd like to get back over there. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Germany.
Right.
There's a lot of places I want to go over there. And Amsterdam, I want to check out Amsterdam.
You're based on these your itinerary. You might need to call Los D and budget that damn thing out, buddy. Because I mean, you got a lot of ambitions here. You're throwing Amsterdam in the mix. You know what's funny? My friend Vicky with Metallica, who I had lunch with yesterday, she's the freaking best. She told me that her favorite, because Metallica right now they're on tour. They were just over in Australia. Those guys gig nonstop. They're gigging somewhere, and she was saying that in her travels, because she has traveled the world with the band. That Copenhagen is her favorite place. That's her favorite place to visit in the tour travel. So I've never been, but people that go to Copenhagen, they freaking love it. They love that whole thing over there. What do you got?
From the Robot Centaur Sports Desk, Daniel Jones just popped up on the injury report for the Indianapolis Colts. Indiana Jones with calf issues. Questionable for this weekend against.
Well, dude, that's a problem because I just recorded a whole football show for Cron 4 talking about I was singing the praises of Danny Jones, and now you're telling me Danny Jones might not go in Arrowhead Stadium. That concerns me, Tony. That freaking concerns me. I'll be honest. The Colts can't beat the Chiefs without Daniel Jones. They're not going to beat.
Somebody just lay him down and take a Theragun for like an hour and just pound it into his calf. Or maybe
take the Goha, dude, and just rub it out with the Goha. Those two prongs. Yeah, just rub out any knots with it. Like use it like a clamp. You know,
just to clamp the calf. Just clamp it.
Totally. He's going to be good to go. We got the Goha on him. No problem. I wonder what would happen if you heated up the Goha for like the heat treatment. I wonder if that would survive.
All I know is my plants have never been happier or cleaner. Seriously, that's no BS. Honest to God. I mean, it's a great, and it's so handy, man. And Rags, good stocking stuffer, buddy. Might have to get you this to throw into your stocking there, pal.
Yeah.
But Paulie, that's not good news for Daniel Jones or the Colts, but I have a feeling that he'll play. If I had to bet right now on whether or not he'll play, I think he'll play.
Every now and again, you got to get that needle and put it right in there so you can get on the field. I'm not endorsing it, but it happens all the time. By the way, where I had something I wanted to shout out. Sorry, where the F did it go? It's Dami Peralta saying Goha is featured today in Wired magazine. Very cool,
Nice.
Dom. Very
Nice.
cool.
See,
Tony,
badass. It's just badass. Talking to Dom about the company Yard Sale and the ski poles that he's worked with, and now Goha, they're in Wired magazine. It's and Yard Sale feature on Oprah's Christmas list for the year. So like these companies are badass companies. Check them out, yardsale.day or gohaplantcare.com.
hey, Tony, before we wrap up today and then go satisfy all of our cron needs or our cron assignments, I should say, where are you with tonight? I actually have a sneaky feeling tonight might be a good game. At least I'm hopeful. Give me a good Thursday night game for the love of God. You got the Bills going down to Houston, home of Rod Brooks. 7-3 Bills taking on the 5-5 Texans. I always feel like these 500 like kind of caliber teams are really hard to handicap because you don't know which version of that team is going to show up. Now, you mentioned Daniel Jones being a question mark. It's going to be really hard for Houston without CJ Stroud. I mean, that kid is the secret to their whole thing. And he's not going tonight, right? CJ Stroud will not play tonight.
He's out.
Yeah.
He's concussion protocol out. But I will say all 5 of the Texans' losses are 1-score losses. So they're in every game, dude.
Yeah.
Like
and their defense is solid. They got a good D.
Right. They lost to the Rams opening week 14-9. They lost to Tampa Bay the week after that, week 2, 20-19. The week 3, they lost to Jacksonville 17-10. Week 7, they lost to Seattle 27-19. Week 9, they lost to Denver 18-15. So, I mean, and dude, they beat our 49ers. So it's like you got to tip your cap. But again, CJ Stroud in the mix is a different team instead of Davis Mills. So nothing against Davis Mills, but you know, it puts a lot of pressure on that offense to score or and that defense to shut down a freaking powerhouse of a quarterback and run game in the Buffalo Bills. I actually see the Buffalo Bills punishing Houston tonight. I feel like losing to Miami 30-13 2 weeks ago was like the ultimate, like, what the hell are we doing? We can't afford to lose another game if we're already 1 game behind New England. They lost to the Patriots. What was like week 5? They lost like 23-20. Great battle of a game.
I'm sorry, Tony. Who did the Bills play last week? Real quick.
2 weeks ago they played Miami and lost. Then they beat Tampa Bay.
That's it. The Tampa game. Yeah, that was a kind of a flag planting game. That because Tampa needed that one, and Buffalo played really well. That was a good win for them.
Yes, and Matt Stenson, he says D'Amico Ryans is just an all-around pro. Missed that dude. 100% agree with that, dude.
Me too. D'Amico, I'm a D'Amico fan. I mean, it's getting to be very similar to like the Bill Walsh era, where all of Bill Walsh's assistants got poached. Ray Rhodes, you know what I mean? One after another. Mike Holmgren, got Shanahan. Everybody became a head coach, and that's kind of like what you've seen during the Shanahan era. All of his assistants, whether it's D'Amico, whether it's Saleh going to the Jets, like those guys are getting poached, and I'm happy for them. But I loved when D'Amico was in the fold. I love when he was part of Kyle's staff.
No question, dude. And also, like, I was originally thinking, I'd like to root for D'Amico Ryans tonight, but I also like McDermott. I like both of these coaches. It's like
I
a
like
battle.
McDermott too. It's impossible not to like McDermott. Like, how would you not like that guy? You know what I mean? Like,
if you happen to see the video, I got to dig this up for tomorrow's show if the Bills win, especially. And by the way, Dr. Matt Young's Buffalo Bills, by the way.
100%. He's Bills Mafia, dude. Yeah.
He's huge Bills fan. So go get him. Go get him tonight, Dr. Young. But there's a great video of Peyton Manning and Josh Allen in Buffalo trying to like get rid of the Buffalo Bills hex, and they're throwing things into the river in Buffalo. It's a pretty funny video, actually, dude, because I'm kind of getting Manning fatigue, especially with the whole Arch Manning.
I've had it for years. I've been fatigued on him for freaking years. Yeah, he's oversaturating. There's too much. You got to peel away for a while. Make us miss you because the relentless advertisements. He's always selling you something. He's got the Manning cast. Now he's hanging out, which it's like too much. I've had the fatigue for a while.
I will say his delivery in this little spot is pretty funny, and Josh Allen's great too. He just plays the role well. But they're trying to get rid of the hex and the jinx that's on the Bills, and it makes me just root for them even more because how aware of it everybody is. And I don't know, man. I feel like the Bills, after losing to Miami 2 weeks ago and then beating Tampa Bay, I feel like they're going to come into Houston and kind of knock the Texans around and just maybe win by, I don't know, 10, 14, something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
the Texans are getting their home dogs getting 5.5. They got 5.5
Yeah.
points tonight.
Yeah.
I do like the Houston defense. I think they're pretty sound. But again, no CJ Stroud, probably no Dice. Shout out Mike Damone one more time. No, actually, that's Spicoli. No Dice. Okay, Tony.
Hold on. You can't mention Damone and not expect.
This is great iced tea.
That's all. Or if you want to mention Spicoli.
Oh no.
There you
Yeah,
go. That's
100%.
Losty's favorite. Losty loves the.
Oh no.
So
I'm going to end the show. I'm going to end the show today with a little Jeff Spicoli anecdote, because I've been telling you guys I'm reading that Cameron Crowe book. I'm almost done with it, and it's funny. Like, the first part of his life is all about like his work at Rolling Stone and interviewing rock stars, and then like the kind of final third of the book, he's getting into his film career now. So he's talking about Fast Times, and he says, check this out. He goes, when Jeff Spicoli, played by Sean Penn, when he showed up on the movie set, he was just this teenager. Like, nobody knew who Sean Penn was yet. And he says he was in character the whole time. So he told Cameron Crowe, he's like, dude, call me Jeff, man. Call me Jeff. So like he said that. And here's an interesting little nugget. One of the girls in the movie, because if you're a Fast Times fan, I think you'll appreciate this. One of the girls in the movie, remember how there were those Pat Benatar lookalikes in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
One of those Pat Benatar lookalikes is Bruce Springsteen's sister, Pam.
No way.
Yes. So I'm reading right now about how Sean Penn, as Jeff Spicoli, was asking Pam Springsteen out on a date. But he did it as Jeff Spicoli because he stayed in character like the whole time. And then also one other interesting nugget, when he got into that, leave that there, bro. That's the look. Look at the sadness, the confusion. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with having a little feast on our time. You know what I mean? But he when he got into that scene with Mr. Hand, when he says, "You dick," that whole thing, and he rips up his card, he says that Mr. Hand in real life was like furious at Sean Penn because Sean Penn was just acting a fool on the set. So he said when Mr. Hand was yelling at him, he's like, that was real. He was like, we were getting worried, like he might like put hands on Sean Penn, because Sean Penn like instigated him to the point of snapping like that. Hey, you're ripping my card. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Learning about Cuba and having some food.
Oh, dude. And you used to work at All American Burger. Yeah. That's what he said. They're right there. Something happened to him, man. Something happened to him. Look at the posture, dude. Board straight. Look at that. He's got the butt in his hand, smoking a butt. Something happened to him, man. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh, with the tie.
Yeah.
You passed your class.
Yeah. As soon as I cruise history. Yeah.
Dude. Oh, it's the best. That's what I should just be Spicoli every year. Look at that. Get white pants, checkered Vans, a Hawaiian shirt, and a tie. Call it a day.
Final question of the day for totally Stevie B. I see the globe right there. It says U.S. history. Rags jumping in real quick. Other great Sean Penn roles, you can have at it, but he's mentioning Bad Boys, the one where he goes to like juvie and he's got to fight the guy who like attacked his girlfriend. That is one of the most violent movies, dude. Sean Penn with the full cans of Coca-Cola in the pillowcase, and when he just starts beating the crap out of that guy, I was like, who thinks of something like that? What a great weapon. Full cans of soda in a pillowcase. That'll do it. Yeah.
Yes, and also shout out to the movie Dead Man Walking.
Heavy
movie, but incredible flick. Seriously, incredible movie. Dead Man Walking. Susan Sarandon in that movie too. Just fantastic. Love Sarandon forever.
That movie rattled me when I saw that movie like really upset me. It really rattled me. And the other one that's like that is Mystic River, dude. That's another heavy, dark movie, Mystic River. Sean Penn's been kind of easing out of the scene. He not really doing that much anymore. But he made so many great ones, man. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's incredible. Dude, how about Harvey Milk? That's Harvey Milk. It's incredible. You know,
I'm angry too. I know you're angry. I'm angry too. I love the Milk movie. I think it was great.
Me too. Into the Wild also. Paulie, but let's get just to wrap up the show. I want to tease tomorrow because we didn't get to it today, but tomorrow I want to get into bookmarks because there is a Lawrence Taylor video that we have to get into. There is a Joe Montana video that Los D sent us yesterday that we want to revisit in reference to Patrick Mahomes. And there's Ronnie Lott sharing some wisdom about his brother, his red and gold brother, Roger Craig. So those are some things and bookmarks that I want to share tomorrow.
Well, I
And
want to
we'll
add to that because I put one bookmark in there I'd like you to see too. It's John Travolta today, present day, fully dressed up as Danny Zuko, fully in full gear, the leather, the hair. So anyway, I got Travolta in there as Zuko. We'll get to that too.
Oh, and by the way, I see Brian Townsend on the chat. Brian Townsend, Paulie, is remember my buddy who was the Dodger fan at Longbridge, the lone Dodger fan.
Good guy, really good guy, really good guy. Yeah.
So he, congratulations on your title, Brian Townsend. I don't think I formally congratulated you. That even hurts to say. But I still love you, buddy. But he says one battle after another. I did not know that Sean Penn is in that new DiCaprio movie, One Battle After Another. But I keep hearing from so many people that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah,
you know what, dude? I think that's already on demand. Like you can rent it, but it's like $30 to rent. You got to wait till the price comes down. But you could watch it. I haven't seen that yet, and I love Paul Thomas Anderson. I freaking love that guy. All his movies are great. And I'm glad Sean Penn is in that. Thanks for sharing that, bro. That's awesome. So, okay, Tony, we will do bookmarks tomorrow. We will do Aaron Kask as the guest sponsor for the musical assignment. That's going to be freaking awesome. And please do participate. All you Tool fans, send in your stuff to paulyspod@gmail.com. We'll parse through the listener contributions, and we'll have Aaron Kask join us. Tony, the hot and sour picks after our first undefeated weekend of the year. It only took us 10 weeks where Tony and I both went 2-0 at the same time. But we had a good weekend. We hope to do that again. So we'll give you our picks tomorrow. And we'll set up the weekend. We'll do Niners, Panthers, obviously, and all that kind of stuff, too. So that's it, Tony.
Hold on. Did you say Niners, Panthers, Paulie? I'm just curious. Did you say Niners, Panthers? You did, right?
I did.
They have a running back there. Oh, no, sorry.
Rico.
Just watch out for Gerardo and
Rico.
So there's for the running back Rico Dowdle coming into Levi's Stadium this week, who's playing some good ball. He's been brought back down to earth after he had like 130 yards rushing against the Packers, but he's still a threat that the Niners better not take him for granted. They better lock him down, or else maybe I just don't want to hear this at all.
Rico.
Okay, and then
I actually do want to hear that. I want the extended version, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Rico.
With the horns. Dude, I love everything about it. Dude, and again, Tony floating around in his pool on what looks to be an inflatable alligator, while bikini-clad girls are like feeding him little treats and putting sunscreen on his abs. You know what I mean? Those are 90s videos for you. That's how we used to roll back then, man. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I searched for it and it actually came up. Stand by. Can you just stand by for a second, please?
Yeah, standing. 100%. If it involves Rico Suave, I'm right here.
Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Where'd it go?
I can't wait to see what do you got, buddy.
Oh, you just gotta hang tight. Hang tight for me. Because you were talking about Gerardo and the swimming pool photo. And if I can just pull this up, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, shoot. Well, it'll work. This will work. This will work.
Okay.
Just to give everybody a reference who didn't see this last night when we talked about Gerardo. There he is right there. There he is in the pool. That's a smaller image, but there he is in the pool.
100% getting fed little snacks. Yeah. Floating around in the pool while girls feed him snacks, dude.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, the pink trunks, the whole thing. God bless him. Where is he now, dude? Where's Gerardo? Somebody find Gerardo for me. Bring him to me. I want to interview Gerardo. That would be a lot of fun, actually.
Great question, Paulie. And hang on one sec.
It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
So speaking of some business, Paulie, December 5th is our Pimpin' Ain't Easy holiday frolic. And if you go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles, please like and subscribe while you're there. The more times you hit that little thumbs up, the more the algorithm likes us. And then more people find out about us. And then we kind of just do this whole thing where the show grows, and it's a wonderful thing. So please do that. But while you're there, if you want to go to the Standard Deviant Brewing holiday frolic, the link is right there under our bio. It's the Eventbrite page. All we're looking for is an RSVP. We just need to know if you're coming or not, so we can tell Standard Deviant how many people to expect, and then we can tell Neil Donardi he'll be making pizzas, how many pizzas and how much food he expects to be making as well. So go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles and like and subscribe and RSVP for December 5th, starting at 4 o'clock. It's going to be a hoot. We're going to give away some awards to certain members of the PNP Familia that have contributed a lot to the show. And we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. And Standard Deviant is debuting a brand new collaboration ale with longtime San Francisco brewmaster Dave McLean. So that'll be a lot of fun too. They're launching it that day on December 5th.
All right, Creative Tony. Well, thanks for everything today, buddy. Outstanding as always. And thank you, Don Peralta. Lady Catalina Gerardo is married to Miss Universe. Of course he is. Of course, he's a good-looking guy. I'd expect nothing less. Humdinger 85, great to see, or 87, great to see you, dear. Rags, Gravy, John Joseph, all of y'all, man. Thank you for supporting the show. Escobar, Robot Centaur. Yeah.
Time out. Lady Catalina says Gerardo is married to Miss West Virginia. Their daughter is Miss California, and they live in Kentucky. Or Gerardo lives in. He's a pastor in Kentucky. Says Mark Graves. Mark Graves says he's a. Wow, dude! I would definitely go to see a Gerardo sermon any day.
I hope he's doing it like with the frock, like with the gown just open, like a collar with no shirt on. You know what I mean? Like, say, given the mask, dude, again, like the robe, but no shirt. You know what I mean? Underneath. Just got to keep it real. Anyway, thank you. We appreciate that. Badges, great to see you. Scarlet Fire. Oh, I'm glad you liked the shout out. I look forward to meeting him, Bonnie. I really do. Stevie B, we'll see you soon too. All right, Tony, take us home. Give me the business close. Give me the crossfade, and we'll see everybody tomorrow at high noon. Let's do it.
I'll do that, Paulie. Just right after I thank everybody over at Instagram Live, Pinaki, FCM 196109, J Bone 1107, Mojo Alga, Danimal 79. Just a few of the names over there on Instagram Live. Thanks for joining us on Instagram Live. Paulie,
Danimal, dude. Danimal. I am not a Danimal. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Danimals 79. Thanks for joining.
I like it.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business time.
Woo! Smooth.
There we go.
Smooth as silk, Tony. Well done, my man. We will see all of y'all tomorrow at high noon. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. Enjoy the rest of your day, and be safe out there, kids. We will reconvene tomorrow, high noon, and get you set up for the weekend. Enjoy yourselves today. Everybody be safe, be cool, and cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Take care.